Let's go!
From Nintendo and Illumination.
The Super Mario Brothers can take care of the kingdom.
Comes a super-powered adventure. On April 1st.
Pack our things.
The galaxy gets even bigger.
He knows that's my bike, right?
Yes.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Rated PG. Only theaters April 1st. Get tickets now.
Refreshing Wild Cherry Cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right. We've done all the work for you. All you have to do is press play and listen. And you could say that I'm band curious. I've been trotting that one out. I'm trying to get it back out there. I'm band curious. I like to talk to my friends about bands that they like, and I do the deep dive with them and try to figure out a nice playlist for you come the end of it. Today, I'm not a failure. We're not a failure, but the band indeed is failure. My playlist for this was something like Failure, the band, not me, I think is what I called it. Hey-o! Not my best work. That's okay. Peter, you put Failure on the board, and I honestly can't recall when. I can't remember if this was like something you kind of threw in the Discord or if you just put them up on the board at some point. But talk to me about Failure.
I think I just put them up on the board at some point, but my story with this band is pretty much the same story I tell for like 9 out of 10 episodes I do here. Failure is a band who had a single that was in the MTV Buzz Bin, and it did reasonably well. So I liked the song, so I went and got the album, and I was like, this album's fucking good. Like, these guys should be bigger. And then they just kind of vanished. I did go back and get their first album, Comfort, and I liked that a lot. I couldn't find Magnified at the time when I was getting into them. And then they broke up for a while, and then they came back, but they didn't make it easy for you to get their music. It was all on like Bandcamp and stuff. Wasn't streaming, but they're just one of those bands where like I don't know. I just feel like they're overlooked and they deserve reappraisal.
Yeah, you and I have been doing a lot of those. I feel like over the last year and some change, some reappraisals. Even though this band didn't enter the ether like some of the other bands that we've done. Andrew, I don't recall when you jumped on, but I remember that you did, obviously, because you're here. So talk to me about Failure.
Yeah, so my introduction to Failure was kind of like indirect. I was in like the early 2000s. I was like a big, I don't want to say nu metal, but I will say nu metal, I guess. Like kind of nu metal adjacent stuff is kind of where I was in the early 2000s. Like Deftones, Tool, stuff like that. And A Perfect Circle. I was in love with A Perfect Circle. And me and all my friends, like, we loved Mare de Nom. And then 13th Step came out. None of my friends liked it. They were like, oh, yeah, like, they're going soft or whatever. Like, this ain't the same. It ain't as good. Whatever bullshit. And I loved 13th Step. And one of my favorite songs on it was The Nurse Who Loved Me. And I was like, it just seemed like such a departure for, I mean, not a complete departure for what A Perfect Circle was doing at the time, but anyway, just the song, it really stood out to me. And obviously I looked in the liner notes and I find out, oh, it's this band Failure. It's a cover of this a song by this band Failure. So I checked them out as much as I could, because back then, you know, I lived in the country. I didn't really have access to music, which is a huge part of the way that I discover bands in the past, because like I didn't have access to anything in living in like rural Nova Scotia. Like we didn't get internet, we didn't get cable. Like I kind of had to like really dig to find things. So I did download a couple songs off LimeWire by them. Obviously The Nurse Who Loved Me. And I believe might have been Stuck on You. And, you know, I thought they were fine back then. I was young. I didn't have great taste. But then I rediscovered them around, I'd say 2012, 13, somewhere around there. And yeah, I was just immediately hooked. I got Fantastic Planet. And yeah, just right from the moment I started listening to it, I was like, this is it, man. Like, this is the exact, like, this is right in my Q zone. Like, this is the exact band that I need right now. Yeah, and it just kind of went from there. I went backwards through the discography, and checked out Magnified and Comfort. Loved those as well. And then luckily that was around the time when they started, when they got off hiatus or breakup. They called it breakup, but I mean, you know, they got back together, so we could probably call it a hiatus now.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got back together in 2014 and put out My Heart Is a Monster. Even that album's really great. A little different than the old stuff, but yeah, then they didn't really miss a beat when they came back. And yeah, they're just, I love this band. They're so good. And they don't miss. Like everything they do is really good. But that first era of their career is definitely like the truest version of Failure and what kind of what they're about.
So I think immediately when I started listening to Comfort, I might have jumped in immediately to the chat and went, where's this band been my whole life? So this is another one of these bands that is like, it screams, Justin, like this should have been, you know, this should have been something I've been listening to all along. And, you know, it's funny you bring up A Perfect Circle. Like I didn't clock going through this playlist. You know, I've heard that cover when we just did that episode last year. I just didn't clock that. But this, we were talking just before I went on, and while I didn't get the notes of like direct sound of Smashing Pumpkins, what you were saying, Andrew, about the way they fill out sound, like it's big. This band is big. Like you listen to it and it's everywhere. And, you know, I love how much space they take up with the sound. It's so great. And, you know, I think sound wise, like, the band I kept coming back to is like Silverchair. They definitely remind me a little bit of Silverchair, Local H at times. Like really early stuff gave me Filter vibes. So like it's all these, like it's close enough to all these bands that I love, and then you put in like what you said about the way they fill in space. Hum also would be another band kind of close to here.
Yeah, that's kind of where I would put them, with like that kind of like Hum and Far, those kind of predecessors to what Deftones would kind of go on to do.
Yeah.
Just with the way, like we were saying, like they just kind of, there's no air to the music. There's so many layers, and it's all like building and building and building.
Like layered, but not quite shoegaze.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've fallen in love with this band, and I hate to keep rehashing things that I said just before we hit record, but like I honestly wish I wasn't working on so many episodes like right now currently, and as we brought this up, I need to find space to put this band, like this band belongs in, it's already in my wheelhouse. It belongs in my repertoire. It belongs in my rotation, and I'll figure that out. And one last thing I wanted to note is like, I feel like this was a band that has always kind of just been way just under me. Like, I not necessarily ignored it. I feel like Spotify has tried to tell me, hey dude, listen to Fantastic Planet like God knows how many times. Cause I remember seeing that album cover, and I was listening to God knows what that week and just couldn't get to it. But yeah, man, Spotify #1, you was right. I should have listened to that. And #2, kind of to echo what Peter said, this band deserves more. Like, more people should know this band. This is just a great band with great songs. You pointed out, you both have pointed out, that they got back together and made more music. Unfortunately, we're kind of held to what's on Spotify just because it's easier that way is the best way to put it. I know, not great, but that's just the way it is. So we were only able to do the front half of their catalog, Peter, which brought us to like 48 songs. Theoretically, that makes it easier, yeah, but was it?
Yeah, it kind of was. I'm showing my hand here a little bit, but like I'm a little Fantastic Planet heavy on my list, just because that's the album that's sat with me the most over the years.
Right.
But yeah, like going back and revisiting the first album and then kind of checking out the second album for the first time, there were some tough cuts to make there, because like those are also both really good albums.
Mm-hmm.
Like these guys knew what they were doing, like right out of the gate.
Yeah, they knew the sound immediately, and they just refined it with each record. Andrew, I feel like you were pretty quick on it, Andrew. Like, how was it putting 20 together for this one? Again, you get almost half of the discography, but does that make it easier?
It was, yeah, I would say it was definitely easier. I wouldn't say it was easy. I'm really familiar with these 4 albums anyway. So kind of like going into it, I kind of already knew what was definitely going on the list. And I mean, maybe a couple songs that definitely weren't. There really aren't any bad songs is the thing. It's just there's either good songs or great songs. But there was probably a dozen songs which were right off the bat for me like, okay, these are on, and I just got to fill up the rest of it. And that was kind of the hard part for me. I got down to about 24, 25. And from there, it was just like pulling teeth, trying to, because I would listen to the playlist every day in the car, because like I work on the road, so I'm always driving. So I'm always listening to music. And getting from 25 to 20 was really, really difficult. And even now I sat at 21 for like a week, and I just couldn't make the decision. And then I made the decision yesterday, getting it down to 20. And then even today, I'm like questioning the one that I took off. So, yeah, it was easier than it would have been with the, you know, the second era of their career, if that had been included, because then I would have had to get rid of even more of the songs that I have right now. Yeah.
I, again, as somebody who kind of fell in love with them almost immediately on pushing play, I found this rather difficult because as you're listening, it's like, well, I can make a case for all of these songs. Ultimately, like I pulled it back to something that's relatively even, considering, you know, it doesn't bear out to 5 songs each, but, I do give a slight nudge to Fantastic Planet because I think that's their best work. And I feel like that's where we want to draw people to, and then they can go backwards. But, you know, we'll discuss that as we get into like song specific stuff. But even going back and listening to my list just beforehand, like I was looking at some of the answers that I got and I was like, I don't have any of these. And then like one came up a couple times specifically and I was like, wait, I don't have that one. So I actually did make a last minute cut just before we got on, and re-added a song that I thought I had on anyway. So, you know, this feels like with 48 songs, it should be easy. It should be easy for us to like really hammer home a list like easily. But it also feels like it has every possibility to just be a mess and be a low unanimous count and, you know, really have to build the list from the ground up based on that, Peter. Again, 48 songs isn't that much, so each of us gets half of that. But we could all be in our own corners. How many do you think we get through unanimously for the final say?
I'm gonna go with 6.
Okay. I like that. 6 is off the board. Andrew, what do you think?
I'm going optimistic with this one. Where you guys have both already mentioned that you're a little heavy on Fantastic Planet. I also have plenty of songs from Fantastic Planet. And I think that we will probably line up on a couple songs outside of that as well. I'm going to go 8.
Ooh. I love it. I love that. Dang. I was going to do that like in order to, you know, skate winning.
I'd almost consider going 10 like the Boston episode, but I think that might be a little too optimistic.
Maybe just because, you know, kind of to your point, outside of Fantastic Planet, we might all be kind of, you know, in different places. So the question is, do I take you a step further or do I'll split the difference? You know, I don't want to win anyway, so I'll take the 7. And with that, we're going to take a quick pause. And when we come back, we want to play the game. It's Deprogrammed.
Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew, too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Car shopping shouldn't feel like preparing for a marathon of paperwork. That's why Carvana makes buying and financing your car easy. From start to finish, search thousands of vehicles with great prices. All online, all on your time. And when you're ready, your new car shows up right at your door. It doesn't get better than that. Buy your car the easy way on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.
And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and the three of us have come through almost exactly half of Failure's discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you are like me and have never given Failure the time of day. I got to do the thing with this band because I knew it's okay if this one misses, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I already told you guys I fell in love immediately. I heard the first song and it did the thing. I was like, oh my God, where the fuck has this band been my whole life? I'm going with Submission.
Yeah, I've got it.
Hell yeah, I've got it.
Yes. I mean, you never know, but like it did the thing where it tells me exactly what to expect from this band. And I love that it does that, and then like as you go on, like it actually gets even better. Like when I put that into the chat, I said, "Man, I'm loving this," and I'm only on the first record. And Andrew, you said something. Oh my God, if you love that first record so much, like wait until you get the Fantastic Planet. So yeah, man, what a great tone setter. What a great way to tell me what this band is about. And yeah, Submission is in. Boom. Love it. Peter.
I think I'm just gonna get this right out of the way and go with the hit, the one that got me into them, Stuck on You.
I got it.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
I just love that opening riff, like the.
It's infectious.
Yeah. What's funny is you had said that I'd probably heard, some of these songs, and I really don't recall them. But, like, there is this feeling of, especially with Fantastic Planet, like, they feel like they're especially even this song, like, it feels like I've known them forever. Like, if I don't think I'd ever heard this song, but it feels like it's been in my cranium forever. I don't think I'm making sense, but
no, that 100% makes sense. Like that's with that song too. That's how I felt when I had heard Stuck on You. Not when I had originally heard it, like when I was younger, but when I really got into the band and I heard it, I was like, God damn, like this sounds like something that would have been on the radio every single day in the 90s.
Totally.
Like it feels like it would have been right there with Cherub Rock and My Name is Jonas,
Yeah.
It did about the same as well as Stars by Hum.
Okay.
Like it was like just under the radar, but like still widely known if you watched Alternative Nation on MTV.
Well,
it might have been 1 or 2 years late to be on Beavis and Butthead.
Maybe I did catch it there, and that's why it sits somewhere in my brain. But yeah, man, love that one. Boom. No pressure, Andrew. 2 for 2.
Let's go for the hat trick. The Nurse Who Loved Me.
Yes, I got it.
Of course.
That was the song I added back on today.
Wow, you had it off.
Yeah. Well, that was my exact reaction. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Well, I remember during the Perfect Circle episode, you picked that. And I was like, dude, that's a cover. And you were like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, great song, but it's a cover.
Yeah. I went back and listened to it today. And I was like, oh, yeah, this has got to go on my list. So I had to make a hard choice and lose something else, and we'll get to that later and see if one of you guys have it. But yeah, I was like, this is a grave mistake. This needs to be on here. So All right. Nurse Who Loved Me. We are 3 for 3. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. Where do I want to go? Do I keep? Yeah, let's keep it going. Let's stay on Fantastic Planet. How about that? How about Sergeant Politeness?
No.
No, I don't have it either.
Oh no. Okay. All right. I went too niche. Okay. Into the bin it goes. Peter.
I'm gonna go out of Fantastic Planet. Does anybody have Princess from Comfort?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah.
That was the last one that made it. Like when I like I mentioned before, when I had it down to 21, and I kind of had it between a couple songs, and one didn't make it and one did. That is the one that did.
So by the skin of its teeth, it gets in.
There's a little bit of a punk influence.
Yeah,
that song,
absolutely. That's
makes
why
me
I
like
kept it.
Yeah. I hate to keep coming back to the sounds, but like, God, the sounds, like, just how big, and it's like it's got a heaviness to it. Like, it's just, there's a weight.
Well, that first album, Comfort, was produced by Steve Albini, and he's, obviously notorious for bringing like the best, like most raw sounds out of a band.
That makes a ton of sense, because I was also going to kind of say, like, there were times where I got shellac vibes. So
yeah,
that makes complete sense.
Like the chord voicings they use.
Mhm.
They like to use some weird chords that kind of like bleed into like almost dissonant territory.
Yeah. All right, so Princess gets 3. Boom, boom, boom. Andrew.
All right, I'm gonna go for one off Magnified. Let's go Undone.
Yes.
No.
All right, we'll take that too. That was one that I actually got a couple times as an answer on Threads.
It's a good song, but
yeah, we can't take
stuff
them
had
all.
to go.
Yeah, you can't take them all. So, all right, back around to me. All right, I'm trying to remember the dang words to this. The reason I didn't pick it last go, because I was just listening to it. Dang it, whatever. But it has something to do with getting my head checked. Off Magnified, Frogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh man, that makes me so happy. Yes.
Song rules.
God, yes, it does. This is interesting. We're like nailing all the stuff outside of Fantastic Planet.
I should have gone 10.
Go 12.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got to play a little bit of this. But, we were just talking about like that kind of like shellac thing, that, the big sound. Like it opens with that just really, driving bass line. And then it just builds off that, like from rip. It's just boom. Like here I am. And then this is the first time like this was the first time where like lyrics kind of came into the conversation. Hold on. I'm actually looking at it right now because I caught it again. I've gone away to have my head checked. I guess I need to have it looked at. That just really got my attention. And like it's at the end of the song. It's so catchy. Like, oh, it's great.
And the way they kind of key change it too, like the first time through, they keep it like in more of a I think you'd say it's like a kind of a downward direction is kind of where they're moving. But then the end of the song, it feels almost like it goes a little bit major and they go higher with it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love this band. All right. Frogs is me, Peter.
Let's see if we can keep going outside of Fantastic Planet. How about Let It Drip?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Are we at my 6 already?
Just like that. Yes, sir. Already at your 6.
Oh, shit.
With only one in the bin. Like, somebody over here got too big for his britches. And, all right, hold on, let me cue that up. But again, like, this is another track 1, but like the song, like the album starts off different. Like they've already added like something new. Like it's a bit noisier on top of just the heaviness. I like it. I like it. Like it a lot. All right, Let It Drip brings us up to 6. Andrew.
All right, I'll go off the beaten path here, and I got a couple off the B-side album. This one actually ended up being on a later album when they reformed. I think the album was called In the Future, Your Body Will Be the Furthest Thing from Your Mind. Anyway, yeah, it's on, but the original version of it is an acoustic version, and it was on the B-sides album, Pennies.
Oh.
No. Wait, make sure. No. Wait, what was it?
Pennies.
Pennies. Oh, there it is. No. All right. Peter. Oh, no, wait. We're back around to me. That was Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm smart. Sorry, there's things going on in my house, and it's got me slightly distracted. It's okay. You know, I'll try one out from that, the B-sides. How about Petting the Carpet?
No.
That was number 21.
Oh.
And also, Petting the Carpet, that ended up being on their Return album, My Heart is a Monster, the one from when they reformed.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Into the bin it goes. That's all right. Plenty of space here. Peter?
The Steve Albini thing makes sense for me for a lot of comfort. And I chose this song because the guitar solo sounds like something Kurt would have played. And it's Swallow.
Oh.
No, I don't have it.
Oh.
I know. Are we entering that territory? The awes. All right. Andrew?
All right, let's go back to Fantastic Planet. Go Smoking Umbrellas.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. That was 21.
We'll take that too, though. Fill out our extras. All right. Back around to me. I guess maybe I'll stay here on Fantastic Planet. Oh, I just did the wrong one. I sure did. Sergeant Politeness was incorrect. It was supposed to be Smoking Umbrellas. All right. How about Saturday Savior?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Okay, so we're at 7, which means, you know what? I can maybe figure out. I can take that pressure, I think, with this band. I like all these songs. So if we land on that 7, I think I can figure it out. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let me get that cued. Great track 1, band. Really good job of telling you, hey, by the way, this is another record. We're gonna do something else here, while still very much sounding like themselves.
I feel like they're one of those bands who just doesn't throw all the songs that they've recorded onto an album, and they actually pay attention to track order.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let me reshuffle this, and then Peter.
I'll stay on this album. Another Space song.
Yeah, I got it.
I also have it.
Wow. Smoked right past my 7. Right to Andrew's 8. All right. Let me get that cued. I like how it comes out of the segue into this one.
Yeah. And this whole album just seems like a loose concept album about general sci-fi stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Fantastic Planet. Fantastic Planet.
Yeah, well, that have you guys seen that movie, Fantastic Planet?
I have not.
No.
It's a really weird animated film from the 70s where there's these aliens that are like these highly intelligent beings. And outside of their like civilized colonies, there lives these like humans that are basically like Neanderthals. Like they're unintelligent, they can't speak, they just like are kind of beneath these all-knowing beings, and they'll go out and they'll catch them and use them as pets. And then eventually the humans like attempt to rise up and just revolt against these big like alien creatures. It's really, really cool. Really cool movie.
I feel like I need to watch this because now it makes me wonder if they wrote to that movie. Like, I'd really have to pay attention to like what some of the lyrics are and stuff. But
it's certainly possible.
They seem, again, what little I know about them, they seem like, yeah, we would absolutely write an album to some weird movie. All right. Another Space song was Andrew. So we're back around to me, right? How many do I got left?
I don't think I picked that one. Or did I? No, I think...
or was that you, Peter?
Peter picked another Space song.
Okay. So, Andrew, then you're up.
Yeah, okay. So I'll... this one kind of connects to my first episode of Deprogrammed I did with you, Justin, the Cave-In episode. Cave-In was heavily influenced by Failure. And they actually covered this song, the title track from the second album, Magnified.
Oh, I thought I had that. I don't.
I did not have that one.
Oh, unfortunately, into the bin. All right, so now we're back around to me. I think, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got another couple rounds in us, I think. I'll go back to the first record. How about Screen Man?
I don't have that. That's a really good song, though.
I do have that.
Hey, I'll take that too. Boom, boom, boom. I think we officially have a conversation to fill out the list. Yeah, we got 3 2s. Boom. Take that 2. Peter?
I'm gonna try one of my picks from the B-Sides record. Perfect Prison.
No.
Don't have it.
I thought that was a swing.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice to get one of those in, but it feels like we're all we have different songs from that one kind of found us. All right. Andrew?
I'll go another one from Magnified. Moth?
Oh, no.
I do not have it.
Oh. Boom. All right. Back around to me. I feel like maybe we do 2 more. Because that'd bring me to I think 6. I'll try Magnified. How about Wet Gravity?
No.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll take that. I'll take a 2 there. All right, Peter?
How about... I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this song, but Macaque?
Yeah.
From Comfort?
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Hey. No one wins.
They actually, when they would play that live back when it came out, they were touring with Tool, and Adam Jones from Tool would come on stage and play that with them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. That first album cycle, they did all their touring with Tool. So that was 92. Can you imagine seeing Failure touring Comfort and Tool touring what would have been Undertow?
Yeah, I think so.
At that time?
Yeah.
92? God damn.
Wow. Yeah. Holy shit. That would have been a heavy show, firstly.
Yeah.
It is funny that that's the song you went with, Peter, because that was the song I was debating going with, but I didn't want to say it. I looked at the title. I was like, I don't know how to say that.
I just call it Macaque.
Macaque?
Macaque.
Guys, we're at 9, and there's still a couple songs out here. So, Andrew, your turn.
All right, let's go back to Fantastic Planet with the closer, Daylight.
Unfortunately couldn't take them all, friend. But I will say that somebody's answer on Threads was he said basically everything after Segway 3 all the way to Daylight. He said it's just perfection. And
yeah, that album, side B of Fantastic Planet is, it's just unreal. It's such a good ending too. Daylight ends it on this big, huge building up note, and then when it drifts out, it's with that weird clicking, almost slot machine clicking, that starts out Saturday Savior. So you could almost put the album on a loop, and it would just play it's playing over and over again.
Oh man, I feel bad for letting you down on that. All right.
Oh, that's all right.
We'll call this our last round. I might as well trot out. I still have a couple left here from Fantastic Planet. How about Pitiful?
No,
I don't have that one.
Binned. All right. Peter.
How about Solaris?
No.
No, I don't have that one.
All right. Andrew?
Okay. I'll go the last one that I've got from Fantastic Planet is Dirty Blue Balloons.
No.
No.
Boom. Is the way this is playing out is really... Oh, no, never mind. We've got 4 from Fantastic Planet, so... Never mind. Never mind that statement. All right. Well, I'll start at the top. From Comfort, Something.
No.
I got it.
All right.
Hey, that's something.
Yeah, ain't it? Dun, 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 dun. Moving on to Magnified, Empty Friend.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, that was a late cut.
All right. Take that too. We did Pitiful already, so... And I already know this is a 1. Leo?
No.
No.
All right. And then last but not least, from the B-sides, Mange.
Nope.
No. Good song.
Yeah, it just had a heaviness to it that I couldn't move away from. So, I was just like, man, that really kind of sets the table for where they're going to go. All right. No more unanimouses are available, so 9 is going to win, which means none of us is going to win. But you have a chance to kind of get some more stuff in the combo here, Peter.
All right. From the top, Salt Wound.
No. Don't have it.
All right. Heliotropic.
Don't have it.
And the last one I have is Pillowhead.
No. No Pillowhead.
All right.
Boom and boom. All right, and just for funsies, Andrew?
My last 2, I had Wonderful Life from Magnified, and I had Wake Up from the B-sides.
All right. I'll shift these around, and then we'll run over the 9 that have already gotten in. I love that we are all positive, and we outpositived our positive. Like, that's kind of great. We all thought that it was possible. Just, here we go. 9 already in. Submission, Stuck on You, The Nurse Who Loved Me, Princess Frogs, Let It Drip, Saturday Savior, Another Space Song, and Macaque. All right, let's see what's alive still. Oh, God. We got a good handful of 2s here. Undone, Smoking Umbrellas, Screen Man, Wet Gravity, Something, and Empty Friend. Oh, wow. This is a turn of events. All of those 2s have me on them. Interesting. As I run down those 2, Peter, is there like one that you're that's kind of screaming out at you that should be the last song in?
Shit. I mean, I'd be okay with any of these, but I'm looking at Empty Friend.
Okay. What do you think, Andrew?
I'm leaning to definitely the album Magnified, since we have Free from Comfort and 4 from Fantastic Planet.
Mm-hmm.
I would personally lean towards Undone. It was their first music video they ever did. I believe it was the first song they ever... Well, yeah, obviously. I guess it would have been the first song they ever had on MTV.
Mm.
And it's just a really good song.
I have both of those. That's hard. That is a hard choice. I know you guys can't hear it, but I'm going to do the thing that, just to try to help me help this conversation along here. I'm going to play it a little bit in my ears. I don't know. I don't know that we can make a bad choice here. I mean, both of these are from the same album, which is helpful. They have the same kind of energy too. Oh no.
They both have such a sing-along chorus too.
Yeah. I don't know. And here's a crazy thing. We're looking at the similarities of these two songs. Undone, 4 minutes 27. Empty Friend, 4 minutes 21. Like, there's so many similarities. Like, this really does feel like a coin flip between these two songs.
Have you ever done that on an episode, Justin?
We've done it twice. I think one was Teenage Wrist, and I can't remember the other one, but it was John F. and Randy. I just can't remember the band. I don't have a coin, but it does. I feel like these are equally great, and I think you're right. I think it has to be one of the Magnified songs, and then the only other Magnified song we have available is Wet Gravity, but I think it's Undone or Empty Friend. And listening to them, they give off the same vibe. Like, normally I would kind of vibe it out and go, well, what don't we have represented?
It's the Paradise Podcast.
I am your host, Ryan Michelle Bethay, with my husband, Sterling.
What's up?
Join us here on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus, where we'll discuss each episode with the cast and crew of Paradise. I'll be getting all the secrets from Dan Fogelman, James Marsden, Shailene Woodley, Julianne Nicholson, and Sterling Kelby Brown. Woo! Paradise, the official podcast, is now streaming.
And stream Paradise on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus.
Oh man.
And I'm fine with either of those. Like, it really would have to be a coin flip.
Yeah.
I know this will help a lot, but I am also fine with either of them. They're both really great.
Does anybody actually have a coin? Like, I haven't had coins in years.
Yeah, I don't have a coin on me. I have one in the car.
That doesn't download a coin app.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Maybe there's some kind of widget in Google where I can say, like, pick between these two things for me.
I'm trying to, like, break it down to, like, some sort of, like, well, what do we have available? Like, what do we already have in? Like, is Empty Friend the deep cut versus the song that people might possibly know? Like, is that an angle?
So the thing with those two songs, though, honestly, I think Empty Friend sounds more like it would have been a radio song. And Undone is a little bit more jarring. Like, it's still catchy, but it's got that kind of like that backwards, like, driving drum beat, and the chords are all kind of like really like ringy and high throughout some parts, and I don't know, it feels really off kilter. It's kind of weird to me that was the single, because there's definitely catchier songs on Magnified.
So I guess, like, when you think about this band, Peter, like, do you lean more towards something catchy like that? Or, because I know we're all kind of in the same place, we're good with either, but it feels like one of us has to kind of go, yeah, this is the one at this point.
I agree that Empty Friend is the more obvious choice of what should have been the single. And I think for people who are just checking these guys out for the first time, like, maybe we don't want to go for like something that's more out there, I guess. Like, something I'd want to go with something a little bit more accessible.
All right, so to that point, let me run down this 9 again. because I feel like on the whole, this band there is something jarring to this band, right? Like how big it is, like how it sounds. Submission, Stuck on You, The Nurse Who Loved Me, Princess, Frogs, Let It Drip, Saturday Savior, Another Space Song, Macaque. Do we have room for something that is closer to straight up catchy versus, or I guess maybe, do we already have covered like a jarring sound, do you think, Andrew?
So I think the three that we have from Comfort all have a little bit of that feel to them, like that uneasy feeling to them. And then obviously Magnified is kind of like that transition, and then Fantastic Planet is where like everything's catchy. Oh man. I don't know, like Undone is like the Comfort side of Magnified, and Empty Friend is like the Fantastic Planet side.
Yeah. So I guess, oh man, we do have to just flip a coin, don't we? Because there's merits here.
I think
a coin flip app.
I think maybe Empty Friend, because like Submission, Macaque, Princess, Let It Drip, and Frogs are all kind of like lean more into that like earlier feeling. And then we have Saturday Savior, The Nurse Who Loved Me, Another Space Song, Stuck on You. I think Empty Friend would kind of like lean closer. Yeah, because then you get 5 and 5.
Okay. I'm with it. I mean, we were all kind of like in the same space of it really could be either. So let's do Empty Friend. And I hate when it's like a song that was already on my list, because then I feel like I can't really tip it either way. All right, let's do Empty Friend as number 10. And then I'll run down this list one last go, and then we'll crank up the heat again. Come on, computer. Stick with me here. All right. Here we go. Submission, Stuck on You, The Nurse Who Loved Me, Princess, Frogs, Let It Drip, Saturday Savior, Another Space Song, Macaque, and Empty Friend rounds out our 10. Peter, out of those 10, which one do you think is the one?
Stuck on You. Without a doubt.
Oh, I like that. What do you think, Andrew?
I would be between Stuck on You and The Nurse Who Loved Me.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I think Stuck on You does what we want it to do better, but I think I like The Nurse Who Loved Me more, as far as like if I'm weighing out the songs, because like it gets all chaotic at the end, and it's like that screams this band. But I think maybe Stuck on You does what we want it to do better while still being the band.
Yeah, I agree. Like Stuck on You like drags you in immediately. Like it's immediately catchy. It's immediately like an earworm.
I mean,
and then
if we thought, like, if we really wanted to throw people off the scent, but I really do think people should be way more into this band. So like, when it comes to the end of the year, like I want people to hear the thing that might actually get them into it. Not to say that Nurse Who Loved Me wouldn't, but I think that's a steeper entry than Stuck on You. If that, I think I'm saying that right. I mean, considering how
only a certain kind of listener is going to gravitate towards The Nurse Who Loved Me versus Stuck on You, I think.
Yeah.
Like I think Stuck on You is more of a universal, like, earworm type song, and The Nurse Who Loved Me is like, you know, that's kind of like a song for someone that's just into like 90s rock and grunge and space rock and all that.
Brian,
like it's kind of got that dreary, like cloudy feeling to it, and Stuck on You is a little bit more bright.
Brian C., we're talking to you. All right, so let's go with Stuck on You, since it was all on all three of our lips. So, Stuck on You it is, and let me run this down one last go, and we'll wrap her all on up. Stuck on You, submission, The Nurse Who Loved Me, Princess Frogs, Let It Drip, Saturday Savior, Another Space Song, Macaque, An Empty Friend rounds out our 10. Let's let Stuck on You get a moment in the sun. God bless. I love how like it like the thing, like the riff on top is like kind of playful, and underneath it, like those chords are just so doomy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so great. Guys, I think I found like a band that I'm truly in love with here. And you know, it happens on this show. It's not like it never happens, but it's been a while since like something has kind of really hit me right in the veins that I want to make room for in my life. So, and I'm absolutely going to be looking out next time I go to a record store for Failure Records, because God, yeah, like the way they fill out the sound, I can only imagine pumping a vinyl of this, like just cranking. Oh, anyway, we've done it. We've turned you on to Failure. And I'm speaking again directly to you, Brian Z, and anybody else who kind of lives in that where 90s is their wheelhouse. This is probably a band you may have overlooked. Don't anymore. We've given you a reason to get in. We've got the list for you to listen. If you are the type that really, really wants to do some work as well, grab every song that we brought up. We covered a good portion of, as a matter of fact, let's do the stats real quick before we get out of here. How much did we cover? Out of 48 songs, we covered 33. So there was a handful that didn't get brought in here. And keep in mind, the three out of the 4 off of Fantastic Planet that didn't come up were segues, and they're literally called that segue. The only song that didn't come up was Blank. We covered everything else. Yeah. We covered everything else.
That's such a good song too.
Off of Magnified, we didn't. Bernie and Small Crimes weren't brought up, and then on Comfort, Muffled Snaps, Kindred, and Pro Catastrophe didn't come up. And I mean, you know, Golden was a hit or miss anyway. So, you know, a good handful of those didn't get brought up. Just saying that if you're like me and you love the 90s, this is a band that you may have and or probably did miss. Go back, scoop it all up, start with our 10, but I guarantee if you like all that stuff, you're going to love this band, and just go ahead and do the dive. We're a podcast, of course. It's in the name, Deprogrammed Music Podcast. So you probably already knew that already. Yeah, you're listening on some sort of podcast platform, I assume. If whichever one it is, Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can now leave comments. And if you rate the show 5 stars, it'd be super appreciated. Actually, on Spotify, I can comment back, which is pretty neat. You're leaving a review if you do it on Apple Podcasts. Again, would super appreciate it. Both of those things definitely help get us seen more. Sharing is also caring. Would appreciate that a great deal. If you'd like to help out monetarily, understand that things are tight. But if you've got $1 a month, it gets you in the door. That gets you the episode or the podcast that we're about to record after the fact. The discussion continues. We're about to record that, and that hits Patreon almost immediately. Like as soon as we hit stop, I almost immediately upload it. So it will upload tonight. You also get deprogrammed before the rest of the world. You also get access to certain channels in Discord, which is cool. It also gets you an automatic invite to our Discord, which is the Legion of Stupid Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord but don't want to give the $1, understand, like I said, times is tough. I understand. Just join by searching Legion of Stupid. Hop in the Discord and grow a tree with us. It's fun. You can grow a tree, count. You can count with us. I think, Peter, you said it's kind of like kindergarten in there. Like, it's very grade school, but it's fun. And we talk about the show in there. There's also a channel where if you wanted to sign up, you can find panelists to do shows with you. Like, hey, I'd love to do this band. Anybody want to talk about band X? So that's in there. There's also Music League, which is great. All sorts of great stuff happening in the Legion of Stupid Discord. If none of that's for you, but you still want to help, neither of those other things work for you. I mentioned this before. Sharing is caring. But the biggest way you can help is by telling somebody that you listen to the show. Hey, I listen to Deprogrammed, and you should too. And with that, failure. Learn and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.